Hi, this is Dr. Justin Marchegiani here, and today's talk is essentially on why are your lab tests normal yet you don't feel too well. So we're going to go over that here right now so you understand maybe your lab tests are normal, maybe you've gone to your doctor and they said, hey, it's all in your head, or hey, it looks fine. This is going to give you the understanding of why that is. So essentially, your labs are based upon what 95% of the population, the norm is for them. So we have our normal range right here. This is normal. And we know 95% of the population, for the most part, is going to be within this normal range here. So if you remember back to any statistics class you may have taken, we have this called the bell curve. And about 95% fit in within 2 standard deviations either way. So that's kind of how that works. We have 2 standard deviations of the population within this normal range. So what happens as the population gets sicker and sicker and sicker, the reference range actually gets wider and wider and wider. So let's say you were someone maybe up here at the top of the range, and then due to bad lifestyle habits, maybe a chronic infection, maybe the blood sugar issues, you ended up jumping back to here. The problem is, because conventional lab tests aren't looking at function, they're looking at on or off, disease or no disease. So disease, no disease, or vice versa. They're looking on, off, plus, minus, left, right. We're looking, okay, well, if this is the spectrum of 100% being here, maybe 10% less, 20% less, 30% less, we're looking at things more from a perspective on a spectrum of how well you're doing, 10%, 20%, 30%, so we can see subtle improvements either way. One, this allows us to see if we're improving, and 2, it allows us to see if we're moving in the direction towards the disease. This allows us to make a decision to start changing things so we can start reversing the boat before we get to a disease and it's too late. And then we're just being prescribed medications to manage symptoms. I hope this talk kind of gave you some good perspectives on what the lab tests are looking for. We also have more sensitive tests in functional medicine as well. Things such as tests that are looking for viruses or bacteria or funguses or parasites on specific stool tests. A lot of these really aren't accepted in conventional medicine because we're still under the assumption that the third world are the only types of people that get these infections, and they're pretty rare in the first world. But with our lab testing, we've seen that's not the case. And also doing functional tests, looking at the thyroid, looking at a full spectrum of thyroid hormones, not just TSH. And also looking at your adrenal hormones, looking at your cortisol rhythm, which functions like this throughout the day. It's highest in the morning and it drops throughout the day. So we can actually spit in certain vials and see that beautiful taper throughout the day versus having to go get an injection with a needle 4 times a day. So we have a couple different solutions here, looking at chronic infections, looking at how your adrenals and thyroid are looking, and also being able to look at the lab tests that you're already getting and saying instead of looking at them at a pathological or disease perspective, we can look at them through a functional medicine perspective and see how you're doing and make recommendations on the diet, lifestyle, and nutritional side to help get you better. Hope you found this talk helpful. For more information, feel free and look below the video to get our contact information. Thanks. Have a great day.